doing the series for quite some time, and I believe that we have learned a lot about postpartum. We have learned about emotional wellness, and now we are talking about emotional attachment with the baby. Whoever in this universe gives birth, maybe it is humans, maybe it is animals, or maybe it is any other creature, is emotionally attached with their little ones. But at a given point of time, there might be some detachment, or there might be some unscrewing of the wires and of the threads where we don't understand this relationship in a natural way, or we may not have seen our mothers whom we have almost other people speak about, or we have not known our birth mother because we were given for adoption, or we may be given for some other thing else. But over here today, it's a very intricate topic, but it's a topic which requires a lot of brainstorming. So I hand over the stage to Anuja and Anuradha, who would be giving us a peripheral view about why this is important. And Dr. Anuja's insights will help us to understand how bonding with our little ones from their perspective will be helpful for us as a mother. Over to you, Dr. Anuja.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pooja. Hello, everyone. So, first we will talk about the emotional attachment with the little ones. But before I start talking about it, I'll just hand over the stage to Anuradha. So, I'll just start asking questions, or rather, I would ask you, Anuradha, how did you started your journey with your little one? How are you emotionally attached to your baby? Would you like to throw some light upon it?
Yeah, as we know that I was suffering from postpartum depression. So initially it was very difficult for me because yeah, for obvious reasons. But after some time, when I sat and I thought that I am the only one for her as of now. She for everything she'll look up to me, whether she is hungry or whether she needs some pampering, she's feeling discomfort. So what I did, I started like talking to her in a very soothing, calming manner. I started singing to her. Then I used to take her and I used to go to our terrace. I used to take a stroll. I used to tell her, "See, Mama, those are birds." Then yeah, like that, slowly slowly, then when she started recognizing my voice, when I used to call her, she used to look up to me, and like that we bonded. And it's extremely important for a mother to bond with her child, because we are their first teacher. They look up to us for everything. What we will imbibe in them, they will carry it throughout the future. So I know mothers who are who have suffered from postpartum depression and who are struggling to bond with their child. Sometimes we feel overwhelmed because we mothers need to do everything single handedly. And um, for a baby, a mother, for initial few months, a mother is everything. Like for my daughter, when suppose I'm sleeping or I'm taking rest, and my family members, they are trying to soothe her, she won't stop crying until I took her in my lap and I comforted her. So it's very very important for a mother. We should at least start, we should start trying. Like, I know it's difficult, you feel irritated, you don't feel like doing something. So don't lose your cool, don't lose your calm. That's what I want to say. Uh, Slowly, steadily, everything will fall in place and you will have a absolutely wonderful, amazing time of your life. That's what I want to say.
That's wonderful, Anuradha. That was so sweet. So, you know what happens actually? It is sad that, yes, as you said, Anuradha, as you stated that mothers, like we, the mothers, as because we, the mothers, are the first primary caregivers or the caretakers of our little ones. So that's
Mhm.
why we should must, or rather, it is a quintessential part of our own life, and it is a quintessential part of our children's life as well. that we should be uh, available, right? I
Mhm.
won't
Correct.
say all the time, but if we're not available, present in, I mean, like physically available, we should be available emotionally and mentally in their life. What I
Correct.
feel, right? Because we are in such a position in our little one's life that if they are in any kind of discomfort, or if they are in pain, or if they are in any kind of problem or facing any challenges in their life, we should be at the first place, we should be the one or the ones who would just, like soothe our children, soothe our children, talk to them, and just take them in our arms and say, "Hey, buddy, hey, my child, it's all right. It's all right that you're facing it, and I'm with you. We will face it together,"
I
right?
agree. I
So
agree to this.
this is what we should do, and this is, I personally think that we must do as mothers. I'm not talking about like every time we should be physically present. Why? Because we have our office, we have
Mm-hmm.
a job, we must go
Mm-hmm.
to a place. Even like stay at home mothers, they also do household chores. Even they cannot be available, or they are like they want to be available to with their child or for their child or to their child, but sometimes it doesn't happen in that way, right?
Correct.
Suppose like they are washing their clothes, they are
Mm.
washing utensils, or they are cooking. So despite of the want or the desire that I will be available for my child 24 into 7 hours, it's not possible
Not
for every
possible.
mother to be present for 24 into 7 hours for their child.
Correct.
So the emotional attachment is very much important, where the child would feel that yes, this is my cozy place. This is
Mm.
where I feel secured. This is where
Yes.
I feel the safe zone. This is my safest zone of the world, or in the world. Or rather, I would say that this is the place where I find solace. This is the place where I can just put my lap and I can just sleep in a very peaceful manner. And that is the emotional attachment. That should be the result of the emotional attachment with our.
Correct. Absolutely right. And emotional attachment is something with investment. As we are
Ex-
saying, we are investing in our kids' future in terms of financial condition. What I would rather say, we are investing in our kids' emotion for a long term, because the investment at this point of time, the fruits we are going to bear when they become parents, or when they are, we don't hold the grudge that they have to take care of ourselves, but we have to just believe that we are there for them when they need us, or when we need them, that point of time.
Absolutely, Dr. Pooja. And you know what, Dr. Pooja?
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay,
She's
it's
No, no,
fine.
it's okay, it's
crying
okay. Do
actually.
not be sorry, or rather, don't apologize for taking care of your baby, because this is what we are talking about,
Yes.
right? She needs you right away, and it's okay. This is what we are talking about, right, Anuradha? So it's
Yes.
okay, no problem at all. So, like this is what we are talking about, Dr. Pooja and Anuradha, and to the audience, I would say that giving expensive presents, gifts,
Correct.
buying
Correct.
expensive toys, they will fail you. It doesn't matter whether you present or give the child expensive garments, expensive toys, or you take them to the mall. It doesn't matter a lot. It even not a lot. Actually, it doesn't matter at all. You know why? It's only because of the fact that even if you are emotionally, even if you're physically present, if you go out to the mall, you will have party, you will just eat burgers, pizzas, whatever. You will take selfies, but if you're emotionally unavailable at that point of time too, nothing would happen.
Nothing would happen. Correct.
Yes.
Nothing would happen. Nothing would happen. So the thing is that if my child needs me emotionally right away, I should available. I should be available for my child. I should avail myself. But if it is not possible right away, then we should rephrase the statements in somewhat like this manner. Baby, or rather the name of the child, just call the name of the child and say, baby, can you just give me 5 minutes, or can you just wait for half an hour? I'll definitely listen to you, but mama is also working, and just give me 5 minutes, just give me 10 minutes, or rather just give me an hour. I'll finish this work. I'll come up to you. I'll talk to you. We will sit and talk. We will have milk and cookies and chocos or whatever you want. We will have talk. We will sit in the park, or we will just take a stroll, or we will just go to the balcony. Or even if it is not like that, we will just sit on the bed and talk very openly. It is just like we're talking like an adult, just like an adult to
Correct.
adult conversation.
Hmm.
And children need that, because they want to be they want to have attention from us, they want to
Right.
gain attention from us, and they don't feel that they are the smallest ones, they are the little ones, and that's why nobody takes care of them, of their emotions. It's not like that. We should always like rear our children in such a way so that they become self-reliant, and this is how we make it.
Right. We had
Yes.
Anuradha who just took her child, and it's absolutely fine.
Right.
Anuradha, you want to say
She's so,
something? You're
Yes,
doing
she,
wonderful.
absolutely. As
right.
Dr. Pooja says, I'm sorry, Dr. Anuja said, for me, taking a walk with my baby, every evening I take her to a nearby park, and that helped me very much to connect with her. I
Absolutely.
Right.
I try to, she is unable to walk. I hold her hands and I try to walk her. I show her leaves. I try to, I say her that, see, this is green color. This is the ball. This is a cat. And she feels so happy and she longs for it. I don't know how, but she, at 5 o'clock, she starts throwing tantrums. Now it's time, Mama. Please get ready. Let's
And take
go.
me out.
Take me out. This helped me extremely. And yes, I totally agree with you that buying expensive toys and taking your baby out to expensive places won't help. If
Won't help.
you are not emotionally connected with your child, you know, when they grow up, they will उनके अंदर एक void रह जाता है कि, and I always want to be a friend with my child. I don't want her that, no, mama, I'll not share anything with mama. She's very angry. She'll scold me. She'll beat me. I don't want that. I want to be best friends with my daughter. I always want her that she should, if she's facing difficulty, if she's trying to tell me anything, she should feel that, no, let's share it with mama. I know she is there with me. Together we will solve this, as you told. So friendship, being friends with a toddler or a child is very, very important. A child should not be afraid to share anything with their mother. Otherwise, I have seen it creates a very fatal impact on their relationship in the future.
Right. Correct. Dr.
Absolutely.
Anuja, you would like to throw some light over here?
Yes, definitely. Like beating up a child,
Mm-hmm.
scolding a child. Yes, I mean, like, okay, I totally don't endorse beating at all. And in fact, I also don't endorse scolding a child.
Hmm.
There are
Okay.
reasons behind these two. Like,
Okay.
yes, we the mothers, sometimes we lose our patience, we lose our calm, we lose our cool.
Yes.
And there are
Yes.
quite a few times where we have scolded our children. But honestly, has it helped? No,
Mm-hmm.
No.
it doesn't help at all. It won't help at all. Even if it helps for that particular time or at the first place, it won't help in the long run.
Correct.
Why? Because the thing is that if I scold the child feels insulted just the way the adult feels. If my
Correct.
boss scolds me, would I not feel insulted? Or if colleague of mine scolds me in front of everybody, or even if it in a private place, would I not feel insulted, or would I not feel like sad or depressed? Absolutely, I would feel that.
I
So
want to
it is
ask something. I'm sorry to interrupt. I want to ask something. How should we draw the line between being strict and not being violent, or as you mentioned, that sometimes it's necessary to be strict on some grounds, on some points. So I just want to know that without raising voice, how can I, like, suppose I want to say no, don't do this, and she is constantly doing, not listening. She's very small, but I want to know that how do I draw the line between being strict and not scolding and not raising my voice?
sure. I'll just come up to that point eventually. Okay. So the fact is that beating up a child doesn't help at all. Scolding also doesn't help. So what should we do? The beating doesn't help only because of the reason that if I beat up a child, the child will get scared of me.
Hmm.
Correct.
And in the long run,
Absolutely.
it doesn't help because the child will start hiding things from me, and that could be, as Anuradha said, fatal to the relationship
Correct.
with the mother, relationship with the parents, relationship with any XYZ. Okay, so the scolding is also the on the same category. If I scold a child for being reasonable, I mentioned reasonable. Suppose your child is being reasonable. Mama, please let me go over there. I have to pick up something. He is being reasonable because he knows that he has the confidence to pick up that ball from the drain. But
Yes.
I am being not reasonable. Why? Because if I let my child to pick up the ball from the drain, from the tunnel, he either might slip or he will get dirty. And
Right.
if he gets dirty, again, I have to make him clean. And to avoid all these things, I'm asking my child not to take the or not to pick up the ball from the drain or the tunnel,
Right. Right.
right? Or from the manhole or from the puddle. It's because of my child not to do it. It's because of my shortcoming. So
Correct.
what the child learned, that because of my shortcoming, I can impose few things on the weaker ones,
Right.
on the
Absolutely.
weaker section of the society. That is what my child learned. My child didn't learn that I should not pick up the ball from the drain, and if I pick it up, my mother will scold me, or my mother will get sorry, I will get dirty, and something will happen. The child didn't learn this.
And the shortcomings is somewhere, which holds back the child from learning new things. That is one
Exactly.
thing. Second thing is the child is also is not in that fear. Yeah, if I do it, it's okay. My mom is going to scold anyway, so why can't I continue?
Exactly. My mom is going to scold me anyway. Why? Because he is always being scolded by the mother every now
Right.
and then.
And
So it is
even
like
when
he's
he's correct,
habituated. He's
yes, and
habituated.
even when he's correct, he's habituated. Yeah, I
He's
have done this.
habituated.
I've done this.
Exactly. And even if he does the right thing, he might get scoldings from his mother or from his father or from anybody, even from his
Right.
teacher. So it's like he's
Right.
habitual. Then what's the basic reason, or what's the grudge then? Right?
Right.
So
I
this
get
is,
that.
we have to rectify ourselves. We have
Absolutely.
to rectify ourselves. Parenting is a choice, and parenting is very, 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 what should I say? It's very delicate to handle.
So with this, I would like to sum it up. Like parenting is a baby in itself. So when we are taking
Yes,
care of our baby, we have to take care of ourselves first, on the way we behave, on the way we look out for, and always, as Anuradha and Anuja said, that our babies are looking forward for our behavior. That is the most secure place
absolutely.
for their child. Okay,
That
so the way we deal with ourselves is very very important, rather than we looking forward. And we have a lot to learn from our kids, because ultimately they are our DNAs and our genes. So we cannot blame, अरे your तो पापा जैसे हो गया है, तो मम्मी जैसे हो गया है. No, we cannot blame because they are our genes. And that is why what the surprise builds, our nature builds us a good surprise. But raising
exactly,
them in a good human being is what our duty, or whether our responsibility it is.
exactly,
And we can fulfill their wishes emotionally rather than investing in them very heavily with things and
Yes.
Exactly.
spending time, which is like the
It's very
most
important. Most
important
people,
factor.
yes.
But most moms try and do it in some other way. May it's not counted, I would say. For a working mom, her keeping the tiffin ready or her receiving the kids from the bus
Hmm.
and just a walk from the bus stop to the home where we just give them a listening ear to hear their stories out, or for a toddler whose things are all in a mess and the child and the mother just tries to sit down with the child to have that moment with her. It's not counted. But what I feel that this is the moment we take hold of our life and we help them to understand that yes, it is very very natural, very
Yes.
very normal.
Absolutely. I would say
Absolutely.
two things, Dr. Pooja, if
Yes,
you permit.
definitely.
So, Dr. Pooja, I would like to sum up a few things in a very quick manner. Okay, just in
Yes,
1 minute. It's that first of all, as we are talking about emotional attachment with our babies, with our little ones, it is very important that we start it right from the birth,
correct.
right from the birth. Like even if you are unable to give him 24 into 7 hours, if you're able to give your child only 5 minutes,
Right.
make that 5 minutes so precious, make the 5 minutes so important for that child that she or he yearns for it.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay, when you're giving time to your baby or to your little one, please don't use any other thing or like mobile phones or cameras or TVs or any kind of thing. Make it as real as it could be,
correct.
right? Now, the second thing, like if you are emotionally attached to your baby, please be, I mean, like, I won't take it in that manner, but yes, obsession is bad.
Hmm.
Don't be so obsessed with your child that you don't want to give your child to another mother's arms, or you don't want to give your child to anybody's arms. Okay, give it. Give your child to other people so that he learns or she learns how to mingle or mix up with other people as well in the society. He or
Absolutely.
she should explore the world as because he is or she is exploring the world each and every day. So don't
Right.
become a hindrance of your
Right.
child's growth and development. It's okay
Correct.
to be possessive about your children, about your child, but don't be over possessive. That is obsession. Okay.
Yes.
The third, the third thing, beating and scolding doesn't help at all. Why? Because if you scold a child for telling the truth, or if your child just comes up to you and said, "Mama, मैंने सुसु कर दी," और मैंने वो वास तोड़ दी, "मम्मा, मेरे से ना गलती से ना वो हो गया." And if you start scolding or beating up your child will never ever comes up to you and would say, "Mama, मैंने वो कर दिया है." He will or she will start hiding things from you, and that's bad.
That's bad.
So if
Correct.
your child
Right.
is telling the truth, acknowledge it. Tell your child not in a strict or in a very violent, aggressive manner, but yes, you can tell the consequences of doing anything that is wrong or bad. Your answer to the question, Anuradha.
Yes.
If you're being strict, fine. It's okay to be a little bit strict. But of course, if you're being strict to your child, make sure that you're not being very strict and rude to your child. Do not tease your child for anything. Do not make him feel overwhelmed by any other
Right.
emotions. And for
Ab-
one more thing, the last thing that I would add is that yes, our children, our little ones may be our genes, but there are many mothers or many parents who are adopted or who have adopted children,
Mm-hmm.
adopted children of other members, adopted children of other family members, adopted children of other mothers whom we don't know, whom we don't know at all. We don't know what their genes carry, we don't know what their DNA strands carry or carrying, right? So over there, we have to be very
right.
careful, careful of
Very,
our
very.
words, careful
I
of
get
our
that.
posture, right? Careful of what we are saying because they are very sensitive to emotions, very sensitive to words. Whatever they would hear, they would just say, they would just speak. And in a perfect place, they would just speak in a perfect place. They would speak in such a manner that maybe you won't be able to bear it. For example, if I be rude to her or rude to him, he might be rude to me in a public place. So we should avoid all these things. That's it.
Right.
Absolutely.
So positive parenting.
Thank you, Anuja. With the interest of time, we would like to thank our viewers and our speakers for today. And we will be coming with another topic, fit or fine. Stay tuned for next Monday to have a same conversation. Thank you, both of you. It was lovely
Thank you
having
so
you
much.
both.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.